welcome back to another episode of the Vet Hustle. I haven't recorded in a while, so it's good to be back on the microphone. But let me introduce you to my guest today, and I'm gonna try not to butcher his last name, but here we go, Dennis Mark Interdonato.
Sir, you got it right, man. You did great.
How you doing today, man?
I'm great, man. How are you, Lou?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Like I said, I haven't did a recording in a while. Even on my regular podcast, I haven't recorded. So uh, getting back in the groove of things. But I'm excited to have you on today. Um, my first question to you is: did you serve in the military?
I did. Yeah, I served 10 years with the Army, 1997 to 2007.
Okay. So thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
What made you want to go into the service?
Honestly, man, I was bored, and I wanted to get away from my parents at the time. I was younger, I was naive, and I needed a change. I just needed to do something different, and
Mhm.
I knew the one of the only ways for me to do that was to go into the Army. I didn't have a lot of money, so I couldn't just leave or do anything. I couldn't survive on my own. But I know with the Army, I got three hots and a cot. So
I feel that. So where you from? Like, where did you grow up?
I grew up in New Jersey. I'm still here in New Jersey. I'll probably never leave New Jersey. It's a great state. A lot of stuff going on over here. If I had to tell you exactly where I'm from, if you ever saw the show The Jersey Shore on MTV,
Okay. Mhm.
that's exactly where I live.
Oh, okay, I got you. So is it like very touristy where you at?
In the summertime, it is. Yeah, we do. We get a lot of people from up north and out of state that come down to the shore. But in the wintertime, in the fall, it's quite nice. It's a great place. It's a great place to live.
Yeah, see, I live in Tennessee, but I'm from
Oh
Maryland.
wow.
So, I'm up there a little bit, not as north as you, but I'm up there. I'm outside of the Baltimore area.
Hmm.
I love it. So, being in the service, did you get stationed back in New Jersey, or you were out somewhere else?
I was out. I started out in Oklahoma at Fort Sill with the artillery over there, and I did artillery for about 6 years, and then I transferred over to Army Reserve at the time, and I ended up going to drill sergeant school through the Army Reserve, and
Mm,
then I became a drill sergeant, and then I started doing a lot more active duty stuff as a drill. So I was in Fort Leonard Wood a lot in Missouri.
okay. Now, I always like to ask people, and I want to get talk to you about the drill sergeant and stuff because I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Um, but before we get there, how was your experience? Really getting into the army, like going to boot camp, like how were you feeling? Like,
I loved it. I loved every part of it. I was 19 years old. It was my first introduction to anything like that in life. I was fairly sheltered, living life. My parents weren't strict, but they were stricter than most. I would say. They let us. They gave me and my brother leeway, but I just literally I was a goody goody. I did almost everything my parents told me to do. Didn't have a lot of experiences in high school. Didn't know. Never saw drugs. Never. Nothing like that. So when uh when I went into the military, it was a lot of firsts for me, seeing a lot of different things, meeting a lot of different people from all different walks of life and getting to know them. And I had never shot weapons before. I had never held a gun or anything like that. So that was all new to me as well, as it is for most people at that age who are going in. So it was a lot of brand new experiences for me, but I was fortunate enough to experience them the right way, and it was wonderful. It was just friggin' wonderful. I loved every part of basic training. I didn't even call home like the first month.
Oh
My
wow.
family did not hear from me at all. There'd be guys lining up at the phone, trying to get to the phone to call home. I'm over here shining my boots, like, just doing my thing.
Experience were different, but it was exciting, exhilarating, things like that. So, um, talk to me about being a drill sergeant, being on the other side.
The best thing I ever did in my life for me was to become a
Mhm.
drill sergeant. Aside from the yelling and the screaming, it's a tough job, and it's
Mhm.
extremely demanding. And a lot of people don't get to choose to be a drill sergeant, but I did.
Mhm.
And I think because of that, like I really just put my all into it. I absolutely loved being a drill. I would go to bed at like 11 o'clock at night. I was up at 3 in the morning. Sometimes I did it 21 days in a row. No breaks, no days off, nothing. And I loved it. And I never complained about it. And I just wanted to do it more. Training troops was a passion for me.
And it feels like when you put your mind to something, you go all out. It's like either that or it's nothing. No plan B or C.
Yeah, I'm a full speed ahead guy. I don't
Hmm.
I don't need a lot to convince me to do something. If you're right. If I think something's worthwhile, I'm gonna jump in with both feet and I'm gonna make the most of it for sure.
That's what's up. I like that. You spent 10 years in the army. Seemed like you enjoyed a lot of it. Pretty much all of it. 95.
Yeah.
But talk to me about the day after you're no longer in the army. What is your mental like?
At first it was relief. I left because it was like the army was just changing, and I was still young at the time. I was 27, and 27 nowadays is not what it was like 30 years ago.
Hmm.
Excuse me. So I certainly wasn't mature enough to value the time that I had already had in, or forecast the next 10 years, and you know have that talk with myself like, Dennis, it's really not that much longer. You should probably just stay in. But at first it was relief because I was just frustrated and I was fed up and I just didn't want to be there anymore.
Hmm.
But like a year later, I completely regret it. And then I could have went back in, and for whatever reasons, I just never did. I just never did. I talked about it all the time, but then there were
Hmm.
always these like little things that I would remember about it, and I'd be like, Dennis, this is why you left. Like, why would you go back to that? Why would you go back
Hmm.
if you said you didn't want to feel that again? And those little reasons, they just kept me away.
Well, trust those trust those little reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so we're out the army. Where do you find work at? Like, what do you get into?
So I was fortunate that my father had a family business. He was a builder, remodeler, residential, local. Just went to work for him. Worked with dad. Uh, Ended up partnering with him and for a while. And then when he retired, excuse me, I shut the business down when he retired, and I went and I did my own thing, and I got into real estate, and that's where I'm at now. I've been doing real estate now for the past 6 years full time, and that's been
Okay,
wonderful.
and you see, I believe that you go all out. So like you really, I'm pretty sure you're doing a killing in this field. How do you like it?
I love being a realtor. Literally, like I feel like this is my calling. I I am doing well. I'm doing pretty well. I have to say, it's not an easy industry at
Hmm.
all, and there are a lot of realtors who are not doing good or well. I'm doing better than good right now, and I'm fortunate for it. But bro, I hustle. I straight up bust my ass. I'm in this office at 7:30 in the morning. A lot of nights I don't leave till 11 o'clock. Like I
Oh
work, I
wow.
put my time in, and that a lot of that work ethic comes from being in the military. Just like getting up, getting it done. You know, the mission's not complete until the mission is complete.
Hmm.
So That's it. There's no other option. If I have to get things done, I'm here till they're done.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna. You kind of answered that question, but I was gonna ask you how would the military helps you in this field?
Yeah, absolutely. So many things from the military. Not even that. That's probably just like one of the many things that we would take away from the military. Things like waking up early, consistently waking up early every day. Uh, Waking up early is not a big thing anymore. Do we want to? No, we don't. But if I have to, I do. And if I can only get 3 hours of sleep one night, well, that's it. That's all I'm going to get, and I'm not going to complain about it because that's just the way it is.
Feel
You
that.
know,
I feel that.
embracing that suck, a lot certainly helps with the mindset.
Hey, I know I skipped over a question. I had a question. When I was reading about you, am I correct that you had a brother serve in the army as well?
Yeah, my brother Kevin, he served right around the same time that I did. We were in literally together. He ended up actually getting deployed, my brother. So
Okay.
he was with my old unit. He was a diesel mechanic in a detachment to my artillery unit, and they ended up getting deployed. So when they sent them over, they uptrained them first. They turned them into MPs, and then they sent them out. So this was during Iraqi Freedom 2.
Okay.
Yeah, OIF 2. So very, very early on. So we're talking like 2004, 2003, 2004, something like that. And yeah, he went away, and they saw some shit. They were in it, man. They were in it. They were the ones who took over Saddam's palace, and all during that whole time. So they were certainly in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know some listeners gonna hear me tell the story, but you've not heard the story. But yeah, like I have a brother. I'm the oldest of five, and the second oldest and youngest serving in the Navy. Not together, but
Mm-hmm.
my youngest brother just got into the Navy a couple months ago. And my other brothers did 7 years in the Navy. So his wife is still in the Navy as an officer,
Wow.
but both of our brothers at one point served in the Navy. So I think that's pretty cool.
Well, thank all of them for me when you see them.
Appreciate you. It's funny because
Absolutely.
my youngest brother, when he did it, he decided to do it at the Army Navy game. He got sworn in at the Army Navy game. So like all
That's
that helped
cool.
him with that excitement to serve,
Yeah.
to see that tradition and things like that. Like it really pumped him up to like really want to do it. So I was happy he got a chance to do that.
That's great. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's an honor.
For
Yeah.
sure. Doing some research, I see that you were diagnosed with bipolar depression.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that. You don't have to go into a lot of it, but I think it's important to other vets that's dealing with the same thing you're dealing with to find encouragement in that.
It's tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
So the funny thing is that I have had it my whole life and I didn't know it. When I was a kid. And this goes into like the original question of like, why I went into the Army, right? Why I wanted to get away, all that kind of stuff. At the time, I did not have the diagnosis. I didn't get diagnosed until I was 40 years old. So up until being turning 40, I lived with this my whole life, not knowing what it was, just assuming that like I was just different. I was either like I was a moody child, didn't really know how to verbalize what I was going through in my head, the things that I would feel. Why like certain days I would just like wake up and be completely depressed for no reason. For example, like the night before, like the day before, could have been a great day. Go to bed happy, wake up, want to kill myself. That like that drastic, right? It's like that animal is just so toxic. So obviously I never went through with any of those thoughts. Never even attempted to.
That's great.
I think one of the reasons why is because I value how everybody else would feel around me if I was gone. And that holds a lot more weight than how I feel about myself.
It makes a lot of sense. I've never
Yeah.
even heard somebody say it like that. Like, really think about how people would feel if you were gone. And
Yeah.
just like you're gone, so it doesn't matter to you. But
Right.
they are left with the hurt and the broken heart. And so I'm glad
Yeah.
you are still here,
Thank you.
making a difference in life and things like that. So yeah, I just want to touch on that a little bit. I know in my family, I have a brother that's schizophrenic. I think it runs a little bit. I've never experienced it as much as I want to take my own life, but being in a wheelchair and things like that, I definitely have my days where I don't want to get out of bed. I'm gonna call into work and
Hmm.
because I can't do it. Like, not to say I've never been diagnosed with bipolar or anything like that, but it's tough. So I can only imagine how much it is for you. And so, but like I said, I'm going to move on, but I just want to touch on that. And I'm glad you're still here with us, and you never let those thoughts win. And that shows how strong you are. So appreciate
Yeah,
that.
man. You can't let them win because
Mhm.
it's like you said, you're not the one who loses.
Mhm.
Everybody else around you, they're the losers. They're the
Mhm.
ones who are left with that trauma, left with, them thinking, could I have done something different? How did I
Mhm.
not know? That kind of stuff. And I never ever would want anyone to ever go through that or think those things as a result of my actions.
Mhm. I yeah, I like that a lot. So I really want to go back to being a realtor and things like that, but
Hmm.
um I I thought it was cool. You say that you ride motorcycles and you're part of an MC.
Yeah.
Uh, how was that? And is there any like correlation to being in the army with the brotherhood and things like that?
Yeah. 100%.
Mhm.
Certainly miss the camaraderie being a soldier, having that squad with you and just the stupid goofing off that we always used to do, and
Mhm.
exactly what I'm talking about, like where gay jokes are a normal thing, and it's like, we don't make jokes like that to make fun of anyone outside of our crew. That's just
Mhm.
it's just the way we are, um, being in the club, having the guys, it really, like, it just takes me right back. It really does. It is like literally the same thing, and even better because we get to ride together, and it's
Mhm.
our own rules for the most
Mhm.
part. And we bring the families into it too, which is great. The families are very supportive of it. We do a lot of work for the community. We do a lot of charity work and giving back and raising money for. And it just really gives us an opportunity to expand on what we originally experienced in the military, because a lot of the guys in the club are prior service, and that just like adds to the mix, so it's not all Army either. Like, we got Army, Marines, Coast Guard, Navy.
Mhm.
We don't have any Air Force. We don't let them in. I'm just kidding.
That's funny.
But we yeah, man, we have a
No, go
great
ahead. I'm
time. We
sorry. I
really
don't want to
do.
cut you off.
All good, all good. Yeah, dude, it's a wonderful time. Definitely don't know what I would do if I didn't have the club.
Mhm.
There, a lot of times they're a saving grace, and a lot of times they're just there when you need help for stupid things. Like, even like
Mhm.
little things, like, I got to bring my car in the shop. Can somebody come pick me up? Like shit like that. You know,
Mhm.
or people are like, hey, I got to go do this. Can someone come over and watch my kids? Yep, no problem. Got it taken care of. We're just we're just literally always there for each other.
It's a family. Not. I love I love stuff like that, man. Where you just close as a community, tribe, whatever you want to call it. Like, everybody's
Yeah,
there for you. You never feel
yeah,
alone. Like we all say in life, we were not meant to live life alone, and I don't care who you are. Like you can like to be by yourself all the time, but you're gonna wake up one day like, I need to talk to somebody. I need to be around people. I need to laugh.
Yep.
Yeah. So I love that. I smoke cigars, so a part of my community is my cigar community. I love sitting there hanging out with a cigar with some friends, laughing and joking, and
Mm-hmm.
it's the best feeling in the world. So
Hold that thought.
wow,
We're huge cigar smokers here, man. Huge. This
that's
is in
what's,
our office. This is the humidor for the office. I got two more at
wow,
home.
that's cool. Well,
Yeah, big cigar smokers over here.
yeah, I have two humidors and a couple travel humidors. I went all out. Like I love the community when I got to it. So
Hell yeah.
I'm a big smoker, and matter of fact, this is how honestly I got the job doing this. One of the guys works at the lounge I go to. And
Okay.
so cigars just give me opportunities and things like that, and I'm venturing in. Like I said, I'm in a wheelchair, so I'm trying to do some things and make money outside of like disability and things like that. I don't want to be on disability
Right.
my whole life. I'm starting a cleaning company, so I'm in the process of doing that. So, but a lot of people from the lounge talking to them give me advice
Yeah.
on that. So I just love it. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I could talk about it all day, but there's always somebody in there that's doing something that motivates you to be more.
Yeah. Cigar community is wonderful too, man.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of people don't really understand how like certain things can bring people together. When you
Mhm.
walk into a cigar lounge, doesn't matter who you know or you don't know. Everyone says hello. You walk in, hey guys, what's going on? Nobody knows your name half the time. They all say
Mhm.
hello. Eventually, they get to know who you are.
Right.
But you walk in a total stranger, very welcoming community. Yeah.
Sure. And that's especially my lounge. It's a little lounge here in Cleveland, Tennessee, right outside of Chattanooga. And like I said, if you ever get down this way, hit me up, man. We have a stick. You like, I remember that boy I did a podcast with. Let me hit him up. Like let's.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm probably gonna hit you up because I do go to Tennessee at least once a year just to like travel, vacation, that kind of stuff. So
Hmm.
yeah, man, that'd be great if we could hook up.
Sure, man. I love it, man. Like
Absolutely.
I'm if you give me a cigar, if you like, let's go smoke a cigar. I'm like, bro, let's do it.
Let's do it.
but
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I'm doing that. I'm almost close to launching my business, but um, a lot of that confidence I got is from that cigar culture.
That's
So
amazing.
um, you've been a big community guy. That's wrapped into being a realtor, though. How do you? What is? I don't even know how I want to answer this question. Like, how? What is your motivation? I guess I just say motivation. You may have answered this already, but keep just hearing me.
My big why, like why am I a realtor?
Yes.
Well, I tried after I shut Dad's business down. I tried to do the whole work for somebody else thing. And I went and I got a job with the sewer department in Howell Township, which is the town that I grew up in. And
Hmm.
it was a great job, and I actually loved the job. I had no issues with the job. Didn't mind getting up every day, but the one thing that I did have an issue with was how much money I was making. And
Hmm.
it wasn't that I wasn't I was making good money.
Hmm.
I just wasn't making as much money as I wanted to. And I couldn't make it as fast as I wanted to. So there are ceilings with jobs like that.
Hmm.
Uh, so when I started doing real estate, very quickly, the money I made with real estate surpassed my salary at the town, and I actually left the town 3 years in. 3 years into doing real estate, I left the town because I had tripled my town salary that year with my real estate income, and that was a big aha for me. And then I really started diving into real estate and what being a realtor is really about. You know, obviously it's not about the money. And look, the money's great. The money's always going to be great. You know, you
Hmm.
have the opportunity to make as much money as you want at any time. But what I really learned is that there are a lot of people that don't have the right education when they're making real estate decisions. And that started driving me to educate myself more so that I could provide it to those who need it. And my why became just being like a community leader for anyone who wants me to guide them. Like the money will come, but the passion is helping others. And if you pour yourself into others and not yourself, everything becomes more rewarding, including the money. Like obviously, obviously I chose real estate because I want to make a lot of money. But you're
Yes.
not going to make a lot of money unless you are providing something that is valuable to others. So
So
while I was on that journey, this turned into more of like a passion project for me, and now I love it. I friggin' love it. I will help anybody I possibly can, whether it makes me money or not.
yes. So is that the reason why people should choose you over somebody else? The passion or the knowledge that you shared, and just overall like kindness and love that you give. Be really genuine about what you're doing. Because I know sometimes there's going to be realtors that don't care about you, that care about the money, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah. Look, people who want to work with me, they're going to
Mm,
choose me because not only am I going to give them the right education,
mm,
I'm not going to tell them what they want to hear. I'm going to tell them what they
mm,
need to hear.
mm,
I am a fairly opinionated person. I will tell you what I feel, even if you
mm.
don't want to hear it, even if you don't agree with me. I always have the client's best interest in mind, always. And you could take that information and you could do whatever the hell you want with it. But I guarantee people that if you just listen to what I say and we work together as a team, we will get to wherever you want to be with your real estate endeavors.
That's cool. I like that a lot. Um, I think I pretty much got through all my questions that I wanted to ask. Is there any questions like something you want to shoot off me, like ask me? And,
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about how you got involved with doing this podcast and like how it started and now where it's come at since you started.
so it started like I said. One of the guys that work, he was part of a media company coming up, marketing and things like that, which is them, you know, asked me, hey, I know you've been looking for some extra income. I can't promise you it's going to be a lot, but if you can work for us and do some SEO work, and he's like, do you know anything about SEO? I'm like, nah, not really. Like I know something about it, but like, but my whole thing is like, if you give me the opportunity, I can learn and I can do it. And so that's what I've done. And um, so I've been able to get on and learn that. And they have my own podcast. They came to me and say, hey, would you want to do a podcast for us? And told me the idea of this. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is cool. I love this. And I tell you, so growing up, I can say this. Even though I'm in a wheelchair, man, I've always, if I wasn't in a wheelchair, I would have joined the army. I would have joined the service. I can't say the army. I can't say anything. All I know is I would have joined the military. I love the structure.
Yeah.
Tell me what I need to do, and I do it. Like I don't want to. I don't have to think about it. I can put the same uniform on every day. I don't care about my life being a Groundhog Day, but I just enjoy that. And my dad was in the army, so for like 7, 8 years, I believe, growing up. So we lived in Germany. We lived in Aberdeen Proving Ground in Maryland. That's how I grew up in Maryland. But I love the knowledge. I like to watch stuff on TV about the army, the military. Just asking you guys questions about it. How about boot camp or
Hmm.
certain things that y'all been through in the military. Because also I want to connect with you, but I want the audience to connect and be like, oh, I remember that, or oh, we don't do it like that, we do it like this. So like, I don't know. I think I'm rambling, but like I'm trying to answer the question as best as possible. But like,
Mm-hmm.
I just want I want to feel connected to you as a guest, but I also want the audience to be connected to you because y'all been through something similar. And I don't know if I answered that question right, but I'm a rambler.
That's all right. No, man, that was a great answer actually, because it's very genuine. You know, doing podcasts is not, it's not easy for people. For some people,
Mm-hmm.
people don't understand. Like, we come on here, we put our lives out here for you, so that you guys can either learn from it, or pull some value from it, or feel comfortable enough to like take the next step in your lives to do something by seeing others doing it first. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's hard to connect to people. You know, it becomes difficult. Like, I've been on podcasts where I've gotten off and I was like, I'll never do that again. You know, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you you've had to have had similar experiences. So it's really yeah, right, yeah. I mean, that would be a funny podcast, just talking about all the all the bad experiences
Mm-hmm.
people had. But yeah, the military is it's a crazy niche, man, because there's so many of us, there's so many veterans, and there's so many stories that you could go anywhere with this kind of stuff, and you having this platform and doing what you do, and it's wonderful, man. This is great. You know, you have this platform from this company, and you could take it anywhere you want now. You know, like, you're the driver. This
Mm-hmm.
is awesome.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, and it's something different from my actual podcast. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I will probably still have you on my regular podcast, but like having it on here is great, and it's a different type of vibe, but I love doing it because it's just like I said, like I love to connect with my guests. And if I can't connect, it's not going to be a good podcast anyway. So
Right.
like so I learn and I enjoy it. It's my favorite thing, and I just love, like, I'm a big like community guy, so I love having conversations with people. I love to know why they do the things they do, like, and just I just pretend like I'm at the cigar lounge smoking a cigar. It was just, hey
That's
man,
it,
tell me a
man.
little bit about yourself.
That's it. I'll tell you
You
what.
know,
The next time we do one of these, we will be smoking cigars while we're doing it.
bad. I would love that. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
we could do
Yes,
that.
sir.
We could do that lounge. I'll bring a camera and everything. We'd be good.
Perfect. Perfect, man.
So I ain't gonna take up too much of your time, man. I just want to ask you one last question. Is there?
Yeah.
Not. It's not a question. It might be a question. I don't know. It is. Can you leave the audience with some information, some advice, some a nugget, a gem, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, I can. I could probably leave him with a ton of them, but I'll leave you guys with this one, because this is actually what helped me in my business, right? And this stems back to like my depression and things like that. So if you're anything like me, your head is like, your brain goes a mile a minute, right? You are constantly thinking about things. It's hard to focus a lot of times. I used to explain it as like, there's like 30 different TVs on in my head, and I don't know which TV to watch, right? They're like all over. I see all of them, but I can't focus on just one of them. I just don't know how to do it. In life, it's very similar. You know, you get overwhelmed, or you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you're working towards some type of goal, whatever your situation is. It's getting started is usually the hardest part, and it's because you don't know how to organize.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice is to always take a step back and always reevaluate. You could never over reevaluate. As many times as it takes for you to take a step back to regroup, so that you can clear your head and move forward again, do it. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's not a step back. You're not regressing. You're taking the necessary steps forward to make sure that you don't fall backwards.
Yeah.
Slow it down.
Slow it down. I like that a lot. Cause I know I have to slow down because some of the things you said, like when I was talking to you about the podcasting, it's like I'm searching for words. It's a lot of words I'm just searching for, and it's like I'm trying to focus on how to make a complete sentence sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
man. I get it.
I get that a lot. Yeah. But man, like I said, I definitely appreciate you coming on to the podcast, and it was definitely fun. And I want to look you up on your social media, follow you on certain things, and see how you're doing with everything. You like that, man. But I definitely
Well, thank you,
appreciate
man.
you being on the show.
This was a good one. I always like connecting with people who are just real. You know, I
Mhm.
would much rather I'll take 100 podcasts like this one over something that's completely scripted and by the book and like, okay, well, we're at 20 minutes, we got to end now. Not my
Mhm.
style. You know what I mean? Like, if the conversation flows, let it go. Keep it going, man. There's always going to be
Sure,
value in there for people.
sure.